Good evening, everybody. Today is Thursday, February the 8th, and you're watching FCM Prime News here on the Fifth Column Network. I'm Trezene, your anchor for this evening. Here at FCM Prime News, we aim to bring you your news from a perspective that matters to you. No narratives, no fake news, just the facts, no alternative facts. Tonight will be no different as I'll cover crime, business news, and current events, including the deets on Quincy Jones's interview with Vulture, where he couldn't talk about things publicly, but spilled all the tea publicly. With that said, let's take some time to share this broadcast with our friends and our followers so that they can join in on tonight's episode, and that includes me. I'm going to do that myself because I've been forgetting to do that. All right, here we go, sharing that. All right, let's get into our news for tonight. First up, crime and justice news. A white guy has actually been found guilty of preparing to commit acts of terrorism. Ethan Stables, age 20, planned to kill people attending a gay pride event at a pub in England in June of last year. Armed police, however, stopped him on the way to that pub following a tip-off from a fellow member of a far-right Facebook group where Stables had posted a message saying that he was going to war and to slaughter every single one of those gay bastards. Interesting that a tattletale was from his own group of comrades. While he was unarmed when he was arrested, police later found an axe and a machete at his home, along with a swastika flag and armband, and all the materials needed to make a credible bomb. During his 2-week trial, Stables said in his defense that he didn't intend to carry out the attack. He was simply venting his anger online. He claimed that he was really a liberal and had adopted a right-wing persona to fit in with the people he chatted with online. The jury didn't buy it, though, after hearing evidence and seeing evidence of Stables espousing homophobic, racist, and Nazi views online, including a picture of him with the swastika flag hanging on his bedroom wall. They convicted him. His sentencing hearing is scheduled for next week. For those who may think the alt-right is just a few lone wolfers, the Southern Poverty Law Center would like to remind all of us that the alt-right has racked up quite a rap sheet. The organization has counted over 100 people killed or injured by alleged perpetrators influenced by the alt-right movement. There have been at least 13 alt-right related fatal episodes, leaving 43 people dead and more than 60 injured. 9 of these incidences have occurred in 2017 alone, making the last year the most violent year for the movement. The report also makes it clear that the primary engine of this movement is reactionary white male resentment. These perpetrators were all male, and with the exception of 3 men, all under the age of 30 at the time of the killings, with the average age being 26. The youngest killer, 17. This movement provides them a coherent but malicious worldview, helping to explain to them why they don't have the jobs or the sex partners or the overall societal and cultural respect that they believe and are told that is rightfully theirs. These killings and acts of violence aren't likely to decrease, as 2018 has already started off disturbing. On January 2nd, Blaze Bernstein, a college student who was gay and Jewish, went missing and was later found murdered. Friends of the accused murderer say that he is definitely a committed neo-Nazi. Speaking of white male resentment driving the dark forces in our country today, Omarosa is already using her new platform to warn the country they need to be worried about Trump. Yes, just days into the celebrity Big Brother house, Omarosa Manigault Newman is already spilling the tea about her turn in Donald Trump's White House. Manigault Newman, who's age 44, who left her post as White House Director of Communications for the Office of Public Liaison in December, was shown in a clip set to air tonight as co-star and TV personality Ross Matthews asked if she was concerned for the country under Trump's leadership. Ross Matthews, who is gunning for Manigault in the reality show, seemed to bond in the backyard over Omarosa's salty tear tea. When asked why she served in Trump's White House, she said, "I felt like it was a call to duty. I felt like I was serving my country by serving him. It was always about the country. I mean, I tried to be that person, and all the people around him attacked me." And then she broke down into tears, claiming she got iced out by the administration. She also showed some fret about Trump's social media use. She said, Like, I was haunted by his tweets every single day. Like, what is he going to tweet next? Matthews then asked her, who has the power to say what's going on in the White House? To which she replied, I don't know. I'm not there. Not my circus. Not my monkeys. I'd like to say it's not my problem, but I can't really say that because it's bad. And finally, Matthews asked her if the country should be worried, begging her to tell him everything will be okay because that's really what we want to hear. And she nods, nope, it's not going to be okay. Whew. Omarosa is definitely going to be using her appearance on this reality show to keep dropping information and to showcase herself in a good light, of course. I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Big Brother, but I might now. Turning our attention to business news, Amazon is introducing 2-hour delivery from Whole Food stores to its Prime members in neighborhoods of Austin, Cincinnati, Dallas, and Virginia Beach, Virginia, for free. Beginning today, Amazon Prime customers in those cities will be able to order fresh produce, meat, seafood, flowers, and most but not all of the items that their local Whole Food stores has in stock, said the vice president of Prime Now, Amazon Fresh, and Amazon Restaurants. Prime members in those cities can go to their accounts on Amazon website or via its Prime Now app, which features 2-hour delivery items, and type in their zip code to see if the service is available where they live. Those cities, in my opinion, are pretty lucky. Speaking of Amazon and selecting cities for nice things, did you all see the commercial for its Alexa voice technology during the Super Bowl? In the ad, Alexa tries to tell a woman brushing her teeth what the weather is like in Austin, Texas, but then loses her voice. For those who are unaware, Austin, Texas is a city in the running for Amazon's second headquarters that many analysts and experts consider one of the best candidates for the new headquarters. Social media is talking all about Amazon trying to drop hints that Austin will be the ultimate choice. Amazon already has significant ties to Austin. It has a large office in the city, and the grocery store chain it bought last year, Whole Foods, is headquartered there. And if you ask Alexa what her favorite city in Texas is, she will say it's Austin, according to the Dallas Observer. And if you ask her what her favorite city is overall, she will say it's New York City, which is another one of the 20 finalists for the new headquarters. But could Amazon actually be leaving breadcrumbs, if you will, in the form of a commercial watched by millions? Would it even do such a thing? What do y'all think? Leave that in the comments. Speaking of crumbs, in an interview with WNYC's Freakonomics, PepsiCo CEO Indra Nooyi set social media ablaze when she used the example of men and women eating Doritos differently to make a case for gender-targeted snacks. The remarks spurred a conversation about sexist trends in marketing with some criticism directed at the CEO. Nooyi said that a study revealed that men enjoyed a bag of Doritos very differently than women, and that as a result, women were not getting the full flavor out of each and every bag of Doritos. Turns out that men are super loud when they eat a bag. They lick their fingers and even turn the bag upside down to get all the leftover crumbs and seasoning in their bellies. Women, on the other hand, show that they prefer to be less loud, do not prefer messy fingers, and certainly do not want to engage in the lick your fingers, toss the bag up for all the crumbs to be in your mouth. She said she found this to be an issue, saying that women are missing out on all the flavor and enjoyment of a bag of Doritos. With that in mind, she said that they're considering a snack with low crunch, the full taste profile, and how to have not so much of the flavor stick on your fingers, as well as how you can put a bag in your purse. Twitter was not happy with this, launching a full assault on the Lady Doritos. What do y'all think about this? Is it good marketing, or is it further dividing men and women for absolutely no good reason? Speaking of marketing, Facebook is doing a good job of having us place all the blame of everything it does on algorithms. However, one freelancer with Facebook would like to remind us that there are a considerable amount of human moderators that have a hand in deciding what we see and do not see on Facebook. Meet Sarah Katz, who is one of the hundreds of human moderators working for a third-party agency in California starting in 2016. Her job, to review complaints of inappropriate content as flagged by Facebook's users. She says that upon taking the job, the agency was pretty upfront about the type of content a moderator would be seeing in terms of how graphic it was, so they weren't left in the dark. When asked the type of things she has seen, The piece of content that has stuck with her the most is a piece of child pornography, where two children, a boy and a girl, maybe about 12 and about 8 years old respectively, standing facing each other. It really seemed like an adult was probably off camera telling them what to do, but she says it looked very disturbing, mostly because you could tell that it was real. With regards to fake news, Sarah makes it clear that during the election, she cannot really recall ever hearing the term fake news in Facebook. She said that moderators saw a lot of news articles that were circulating and reported by users, but doesn't ever recall management asking them to browse news articles to make sure that all of the facts were 100% accurate. The average number of posts reviewed by a human moderator is 8,000 per day, or about 1,000 posts per hour, and Facebook uses about 700 humans each day to review content on Facebook, which begs the question why some things like encouraging white supremacy are allowed to flourish and things about oppression are not. Hashtag don't blame it on the algorithm. In other technology news, I'm sure this story will ease the anxiety of FCN's own Jayco. Ginger people are finally going to get their own emojis. Courtesy of the 2018 release from Unicode Consortium, the Emoji 11.0 set is now fixed and final, which means software makers like Apple, Google, and Microsoft can start designing their own artwork to match the guidance set out on the official documentation. Yes, 2018's new emoji set will end the neglect of redheads. The 157 emoji join the already thousands that are already available, and it will be released in June 2018.
Gingers do have souls.
Turning our attention to this shocking news, Vulture dropped an article yesterday that showcased an interview with music and television producer Quincy Jones, where the 85-year-old icon was showing us that he is old, probably near death, and he isn't taking any secrets or opinions to the grave. In the two-part interview condensed for our reading pleasure, Quincy basically says this: Michael Jackson was greedy and Machiavellian in stealing from others' music, that the Beatles were the worst musicians and couldn't play a thing. Jimi Hendrix was a scaredy cat and wouldn't play with those he thought were better than him. He also said U2's Over the Hill, Tevin Campbell is underrated, and that the mafia killed Kennedy.
I see no lies here.
And he talked really about how bad music is today and why. But the biggest moment for social media was that Marlon Brando had sex with James Baldwin, Marvin Gaye, and Richard Pryor. Listen, the people were not here for Quincy spilling the tea on dead folks' business, especially when calling out Richard Pryor. However, I'm here to tell you that Quincy Jones wasn't outing him. Richard Pryor's widow has confirmed that Pryor did indeed sleep with Marlon Brando, and it isn't an issue because Pryor was openly bisexual. She says the comedic legend was also very open about his bisexuality with his friends and documented it extensively in diaries. The widow told TMZ she will publish those diaries later this year. Woo-hoo! This is way too much to unpack. So you know what that means. You will see myself, the Revolution, and Jayco unpacking all of that article on this Sunday's episode of the Sunday Edition, because it was a lot in that article that he couldn't talk about publicly, but said puppy. All right, you know, with that, we're going to take a quick break because we're going to have the Revolution come on today's episode of Prime News to give a review, live reaction review, is that right?
Yeah,
live reaction review of the movie
Venom trailer, the trailer for Venom. Just get off the stage, man.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We're on? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I don't do the Prime News Desk.
I don't know anything about this area.
Yeah, this is, okay. So, welcome to Two Brothers That Wear Gray.
The Gray Squad.
I am your...
Gray is okay.
Gray is okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Prime News.
Yes.
Real quick, welcome Reggie Mathis, sports and all things pop culture commentator here with the Fifth Column Network. We are about to watch. I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it?
I've had a glimpse.
You've had a glimpse.
First 15 seconds.
Okay, so together, he and I will watch the Venom trailer and hopefully say something good about it. I
don't know.
I don't know.
But we'll see. Yeah,
Let's see.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Tom Hardy. Okay.
Well, this is what they do now. They do the little brief teaser before the teaser.
Yes. Okay, let's see here. He's getting an MRI. Okay. He was out partying real hard. Fell, hit his head. Or he was at work and an elevator collapse. Hit him in the head.
Look at this. This is what I saw on this. I immediately want to we're going to talk about that.
San Francisco?
San Francisco.
Okay. Cutie patootie. Who was that? Who was that? Michelle? What's her name? Who's that white lady?
Look at and see. Okay.
Some crashes.
This is going a totally different direction.
So there's a symbiote. That's okay. And then he's what the hell?
Running in the woods, of course. Gotta have
What? What was that telekinesis ability? And then
Okay.
So
Okay.
So you want to sell Venom by showing Tom Hardy, and
that's
and
exactly
not,
and I get it. I get it.
I get
Tom
it too.
Hardy is A-lister, on his way to be an A-lister, I guess you'd say.
Yeah,
And
with this he's on his way.
And Venom doesn't have the cachet as far as like Spider-Man has the cachet. You could just have him in the suit. Whoever's in the suit, it sells. I get it, but I would love if they had showed us anything of maybe the symbiote grabbing hold of him. I would have loved to see something from them.
Well, okay, so here's my thing. So Sony, I still think Sony is very misguided because, you had I don't think it was a roaring success. I think the Spider-Man film Homecoming was split. I think that people wanted to love it because Marvel got their hands on it and it was fun, it was poppy. You liked it a lot more than I did.
Well, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that I would say. The Spider-Man franchise has been rejuvenated with going to Marvel. The interesting thing is seeing that Spider-Man.
Use that there.
Seeing that Spider-Man and seeing what looks to be a dark turn in Venom. How will they then, when they finally bring Spider-Man over, will they need to change the tone of the character? Because this looks dark.
This looks very dark. This looks very dark. It looks very
Even
dark.
the colors. The colors are gray, they're muted. I do love, though, that it's in San Francisco. I love, getting out of New York. Let's go the projector.
No. Yeah. You might want to use this one, fam.
Okay.
That one.
I do love going the lethal projector route.
Help you out here.
And not staying within the...
You thought he was talking to you.
Yeah.
I got to produce while I'm on camera. Yeah. Go ahead.
But I do love that because it just gives us we need to make this world bigger. And New York has been through hell and back.
I absolutely agree with you there. New York is overdone, but I don't know if I wouldn't have minded being someplace else. You know what would have been great for a gritty story to be told? Why not? Let's go to Detroit.
Well, but they are using comic lore with the Venom story to Lethal Projector, which was in.
Oh yeah,
he had to leave because him and Spider-Man
couldn't coexist. Yeah,
and that would give us a nice understanding of why, if they go there. I don't know if they go that route, but seeing the Golden Gate Bridge, it makes me believe that they are going to go that route. It would give them a nice way to kind of ease Spider-Man into it later on, because you can kind of develop a storyline with Venom and why he's here and an existing of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to complain about with it. It looks good. Tom Hardy, listen, I will say this, Tom Hardy has made very smart decisions about his career. Woo. And the smartest thing that he did was to turn down Flag and Suicide Squad.
Genius. You know what? We kind of was like, wait, what is he doing? Like, why turn it down? Because we were kind of hyped to see it. And the idea of a Suicide Squad, a dark Guardians. But he's smarter than
he's smarter than we are. I was very excited to see that played out, because we were like, oh, well, he upgraded there.
Yes.
He won that one. So just as trailers go, like I always say, that there are certain films that are made in editing. There are certain films that are made in trailers. That how excited are you to see Venom? Like, does this get you out of your seat and into a theater? Does it?
Not quite.
Opening weekend.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I need to see. Okay.
I need to see a little bit more.
Okay.
I need to see where we're going. I need to see Venom. I want to see how they do it. I want to see how the symbiote attaches to him. I want to see all of that. So I need to see a little bit more. But I do like that it's going to be a dark turn. It looks to be a dark turn from the Marvel franchise, which is turning into Candyland.
Yeah, it's Candyland. It's Candyland. I do wonder though, how are they going to literally incorporate Webhead and the rest? I think it's so much there, and you have a big event like Infinity War coming up, and to me, I think that we all know that that's not how the story was written. Cosmic Spidey, which storyline was it when he went out into the space and then the symbiote attached himself and he came back and he was stronger and everything? What I want to say, was that the Beyonder? Was that Secret Wars?
Yeah.
I think it was Secret Wars. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Secret Wars. But nevertheless, I don't mind when they retcon stuff. However, I do wish that this was part of the Infinity War. Like this came back and it went over here to this unknown place, this unknown person, and it's gonna have some repercussions. Like, wait, what? That happened?
What if it does though?
I would love it. I would love it if they,
because that's the biggest thing.
If there's an intersection here,
because Sony, they need to find a way to actually ride this wave of Marvel. If you're just creating a different franchise and you're just you're not actually riding that wave. Even if you bring Spider-Man over after 3 films, I think he signed up for 3 films, and you bring him over. That's not going to give you the boost that you want to create this world that you want, because you want to actually go in and you want to create the Sinister Six and you want to do all of that. So you're going to have to attach yourself to. It would be amazing if they did.
I see what you did there. It would be amazing. Could it be spectacular? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap that up here. Up next, we have. Are you on?
Man, I gotta go across the hall, down across the quad, to the other side of the campus.
Okay.
To get there, but
do me a favor though. Go check in at the FCN's Children Institute of Learning Academy.
I actually got to drop off some paperwork.
You have to drop off some. Okay.
Yeah, it's my turn to drop off the Bible study.
Okay, excellent. Speaking of which, J. Cole, what are you doing out there in the FCN2 studios?
Hey guys, this is J. Cole in FCN2 Studios. Tonight, True Baller Thursday, we are talking, well, maybe just me. I don't know if Reg is going to make it. I don't know what's happening. But in case he doesn't, I am still going to be talking trades. I don't know if there's any other news. Probably a couple other things. Maybe we have some games tonight. But NBA trades, what the hell is happening in Cleveland? Reggie and I will dissect and discuss. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I get the distinction to close the show. Prime News.
Okay, well,
I get to.
this is your shot.
This is my shot.
Hey.
I'm on the A show.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold
So,
on.
let's see.
So, can I pull myself together and be?
Okay. Let's be professional.
Okay. Thank you very much out there in the Fifth Column Network land. I am the Revolution, and thank you for watching Prime News. You can find us on here on our Facebook account, our website, thefifthcolumnnetwork.com, all throughout social media. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share if you have enjoyed today's commentary. Thank you for joining. I am the Revolution, speaking on behalf of Trezene. Please join us for our next show coming up, which is True Baller Thursday with J. Cole and the Reggie Mathis. Thank you all, and have a blessed evening.